I'm Wanderiei Couture, and you're watching Inside Xtreme.
How much pressure is it for you to have all of these fighters here right now? Just like this weekend we got Jay and Kim, and then in a week we've got Sam and Mac. How much pressure is that?
It's not really a lot of pressure, you know. This is what we do. I love this. It's a lot easier than competing myself, being an ex-basketball player, an ex-boxer, and doing all that stuff. My life has always revolved around sports and always been a little bit chaotic, and I kind of like it this way. Sean likes it this way. We all seem to, and Chris Ben, our other coach, Robert Drysdale, you know, we kind of all function in this chaos, so we like it. It's not a whole lot of pressure. It's harder for me. I mean, I wasn't in Gray's corner the other day, and that was the first time I hadn't cornered him in 2 years. And it was more nerve-wracking watching the fight, not being in the moment, than it is being in the corner or preparing these guys.
I am training for a fight on April 5th in Portland, Oregon. And today's training is rough.
When she's running her hands, and if you're not thinking about throwing at that moment, try to read what she's doing, like throw a 1, 2, 3.
How do you feel that your last fight helped you get to here? Like, is it less intimidating now?
Yeah, it's much more stress off of me now that first one's out of the way. I know how I'm going to feel when I get in there.
You could lead off, which you're doing good. When she leads off, use the defense, and then come back with it.
I knew what I needed to work on as far as moving more, head movement, defense more instead of offense. I'd worked a lot of offense and not as much defense that first time around. So now I've worked a lot of everything, so I'm ready to go.
This is what I've been working for my whole career. I've been working to become a world champion. So I accomplished that goal. Now I want to become a world champion in different organizations. You know, that's the big goal, to be the best in the world. It was real difficult finding out my father passed away 3 weeks before my fight. I had to put, you know, suppress those feelings and go out and do what I do. And, you know, after the fight, I dedicated the fight to my father, which was a great moment for me. I feel he was there in the ring with me that night. It feels great every time I fight on the East Coast in front of the hometown. I mean, that's who I am, that's where I come from. I got a lot of fans back home that love to see me fight, and anytime I fight on the East Coast, there's a lot of people come out and support me.
There seems to be so many fights going on this week. We've got Hieron this weekend in New Jersey. We've got Xtreme Couture fighting in Portland. The Montreal guys, Sam and Mac. Wanderiei in 86?
Yeah, Wanderiei is the one after. I don't know if that's 86 or not. One in May, whatever the May one is.
And then we got Forrest.
Then you got Forrest, and then Tyson, who was with Gray, who started off our week. Gray started off on Wednesday, so it was a lot of fights last year. I think our record, when it was all said and done, was 59-14 as a crew. So we had a lot of fights last year, and we're expecting more this year. We're a popular gym, so we're getting more and more fighters coming through. We got, I believe, James and Phil Baroni fighting on the Elite XC May 31st. Mike Pyle and Josh Haynes and Jay White are all getting ready for fights in early May on various shows. Mac is doing good. He's working hard too. He fights on the same night that Sammy fights, and he's coming along. He's in tremendous shape, and he's ready to go. I mean, as far as cardio-wise, he's probably one of the guys in better shape here. That everybody's in good shape, but he's one of the top echelon guys.
Time! This next coming week will be my last hard week of training, and then I'll kind of coast, recuperate a little bit, just keep my time and get my weight on, and it's go time. Clemente's a pretty big guy, so I'm going to try and come in pretty big myself. Just to kind of match up weight-wise. Been getting better with my weight cuts lately, so shouldn't be a problem. John Tompkins will be there. He's always been in my corner for every fight we've ever had. And to tell you the truth, that's all that really matters to me.
Since there's so many fights going on that it seems almost clustered right now with all your fighters training, like, who are you paying attention to?
You pay attention to them all the best you can. I'm only one guy, so I kind of focus on who has the most needs right now, who's fighting right now. Be a left-handed look a little bit. So the guys who are fighting this week He took precedent last week. Guys who are fighting next week, they're kind of taking precedent this week. So that's kind of how we break it down. And, we all talk and communicate well with one another. So it goes off without a hitch. And we understand that we got a lot of big name fighters here. We understand we had a great year last year. So it's up for our coaches as well as the athletes to improve, because we have that target on our back that we did real well, and people want to pick off Xtreme Couture guys. It's kind of a notch in their belt. That's the worst movie ever. And I can't wait till he gets back, because I'm going to subject him to watching it like we've had to watch. I don't even know who put it in.